Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel. Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is a continuation of opening day of the Franchise Stars Baseball League project I have developed for MLB The Show. I've described this roster multiple times in other videos and in the first broadcast of the day between the Mets and the Expos, so I'm not going to rehash too much of it here. You can listen to the intro of the Mets Expos broadcast for more details on the project, or feel free to ask here in the chat or in the comments, and I'll kind of walk you through. It's a little bit different than what a typical Franchise Stars project is. The short version is most of the players will enter through time, through drafts over the next few years. Every franchise has a 100-player pool, starting with a randomly selected 40. So here for this broadcast, we are at Comiskey Park, old Comiskey Park in Chicago, where the Minnesota Twins visit the Chicago White Sox, the 4 o'clock game of the day for opening day, kind of going through the time slots. The Mets Expos game was the 1 o'clock game, and then we will do a West Coast broadcast as well for the 7 o'clock start. That, of course, is irrelevant. That's based on the real-life White Sox from a couple of years ago. Again, this project is for MLB The Show 22, not 23. I will not be developing this project for the new game. They do not allow year-over-year saves, and I'm not going to go rebuilding this project from scratch again. So Chris Sale gets the opening day nod for the White Sox. You'll see he is set to 22 years old. All players at the start of the Franchise Stars Baseball League are 22 years old, as is the man stepping in for the Twins here, Chuck Knobloch, to lead things off from Chicago as we get underway. Sale's first pitch. Knobloch fouls it off to the right-hand side, so Sale ahead of him, 0-1. Sale delivers. Slider catches a bit too much of the plate. Knobloch fouls it off, though, doesn't do anything with it. Sale counting himself a little bit fortunate there. Ahead of Knobloch, 0-2. That one misses well inside. Keeping trying to move Knobloch further off the plate. Sale delivers. That one close on the outside corner. Sale thought he had it. Calls it a ball. Says it was up, it sounds like. Much to Sale's dismay. So the count for Knobloch, the leadoff hitter for the Twins, 2-2. Sale delivers. Another slider. Knobloch down to first. Picked on the fly. Zeke Benora with the grab. See the Twins line up. Knobloch, Buddy Meyer, Kent Herbeck, Larry Heil, Shane Mack, Patsy Garrity, Gary Gaetti, Tom Bernansky, and Bucky Harris, wrapping things up there for the Twins. So here's Buddy Meyer. Meyer steps in, takes the fastball down low. I gotta go in and take the batting gloves off of Buddy Meyer. That was an oversight as I went through the rosters for the start of this. Nothing big, but no batting gloves for the old-time guys. Meyer slashes this one the other way in the hole. Alexei Ramirez picks it. Long throw, not going to get him. Meyer gets down the line too well for that. So again, that first major league hit thing, every player in the league has had their stats wiped out. Everybody's been created from scratch, so there's no legends that come with the game for MLB The Show. No modern players. All the models have been completely redone. I would guess I did between a quarter and a third of them. The rest of them have been done by other guys and other projects. I gave shout-outs to them on the Facebook page and Twitter the other day if you want to check out the names of those guys whose work certainly saved me a ton of time. So here's Kent Herbeck stepping in to face Chris Sale, man on first. Check the out-of-town scoreboard there. See the Giants up on the Padres 1-0. Tim Keefe, Andy Menace, the pitching matchup. On the pitch out, Meyer not going anywhere, though. Again, we'll have another broadcast or two here from the opening day slate, going through each time slot, and then from there we'll basically pick the best game each Saturday of the schedule and do that as our game of the week. The hope will be that we will do two, I say we, it's just me, but the hope will be to broadcast 2 games per week. So we'll go through 2 game weeks per real life week. And then obviously I'll broadcast every playoff game. So we want to get through the seasons in not a ridiculous amount of time. So Sale fans Herbeck there for the second out here in the top of the first. A frustrated Kent Herbeck walking back to the dugout. Sale, a tough matchup for any lefty. So here's Larry Heil. 2 men down, Meyer on first. Heil takes the first pitch, fastball outside for ball 1. Heil should be the everyday center fielder for the Twins. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Again, as I touched on in the pregame, kind of the lead-in. So it's a 100-player pool for each franchise. A random generator picked the first 40. So obviously, if you were just doing a straight all-time team, like 500 other people have created for all these different baseball video games over the years, including ones that I've done previously. Kirby Puckett would obviously be the center fielder for the Twins. But Puckett wasn't randomly picked, as Heil flies out to right there to Shoeless Joe Jackson at the top of the first. So Puckett didn't make the initial 40-man through the random selection. He will come into the Twins somewhere down the line. It could be next year, it could be 5, it could be 10 years down the line. So that's kind of the different element of how I'm doing this. It also means that the roster set, as you see Johan Santana warming up for the Twins here, before he faces Eddie Collins to lead things off for the White Sox. It means that the initial roster that I post, which will be up in the vault this week, is just going to be the 40-mans. So there'll be lots of prominent players who are not in that initial set. If that's not your cup of tea, I completely understand that. Again, there are a ton of other all-time franchise, best ever sets that are out there for you to pick from that might suit you, for if that's what you're looking for. This is basically just something that I'm creating as I go, and as this league goes through the years, I will be continuing to update the set. So I don't need to update all those guys right now. So it's going to take a little while for me to get through all those guys. So again, if it's not something that, it's probably something that a lot of people aren't going to want to use for their own, for their own work, because so many guys are missing through the years, which I get. But I figured a bunch of people asked me about it, so I figured I would make it available to you just in case you want it. As Collins goes down, looking there at strike 3, so a good start for Santana. Every player in this set is rated by me. Again, I mentioned before, as fly ball out to center for Heil for the second out. I mentioned before that. We'll go through the White Sox lineup real quick first. Eddie Collins, Alexei Ramirez, and Shoeless Joe Jackson, Zeke Bonora, Happy Felsch, and Carlos Lee, Carl Reynolds, Joe Creedy, and Jim Essien behind the plate for the White Sox. Now I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit, so I'll get back to it. I'll find my thought again at some point as Shoeless Joe Jackson steps in here. Santana gets a hit at him 0-1. The Yankees and Rangers slugging it out already in the first inning, 5-2. Guidry and Gaylord Perry do not appear to either have their stuff at this point. Cardinals beat the Pirates behind Bob Gibson, 6-1 in the opener. Diving stop at short, knocked down, but there's not going to be a play. I'm trying to remember, I think that was Roy Smalley at short, getting the start for the Twins. Shoeless Joe Jackson gets his first hit of what should be many in his career. I'm assuming that's probably Darryl Boston as the first base coach for the White Sox. I replaced all the managers before this started, because a lot of them are former players who are ultimately going to end up in this league at some point as players. So, but you can't edit managers, which is a big oversight, I think. But you can't edit managers, so I couldn't create old-time managers to lead these teams. So I decided to just go with fictional guys. Zeke Benora steps in. Underrated old player. Check out Zeke Benora's stat line at some point if you get the opportunity. Good bit of pop. The old White Sox. Takes that one outside. Santana falls behind 2-0. 2 outs here in the first. Man on first. Fastball. That one misses outside as well. It's Happy Felch. Swings the bat in the on-deck circle. So see if Santana can work his way back from the 3-0 hole here. Fastball misses up high. So Santana walks him on 4 pitches. Now move a runner into scoring position. There are 2 down, but now Santana has a little bit of an issue as he faces Happy Felch here. First pitch offering misses outside, so that's 5 straight balls thrown now by Santana. Here's the delivery. Misses low and inside. So Santana has lost his way a bit here. Behind Felch 2-0 with 2 men on. Felch pulls this one foul. Outside third. 2-1 the count. Santana gets his sign. Fastball misses up high. Carlos Lee, dangerous hitter waiting in the on-deck circle. Santana delivers, misses ball 4. So back-to-back walks from Santana. Now got a little bit of concern. If you are a Twins fan, White Sox fans excited. Carlos Lee steps in, certainly the power to deliver a grand slam here. First pitch from Santana, in for a called strike, on the inside corner at the knees. So Santana's going to have to bear down here. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Change up, misses low and away, 1-1. Comes to the set position. Here's the delivery. Just off the plate. Santana just missing the corners. But he's legitimately missing them. He's not getting jobbed here by the ump. He is just missing his spots. 2-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. Lee fouls it back. Fastball fouled straight back. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the first here on opening day. Twins and White Sox in Chicago, old Comiskey Park. That one popped up, he tied him up. Herbeck underneath it, puts it away. Santana gets out of the jam and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 3 men left on. A very frustrated Carlos Lee makes his way down to first. Starting the top of the second, Sale deals. This one's popped up on the infield. Put away by Collins for the first out.
Batting 6, the catcher, number 27.
The diminutive Eddie Collins, terrific player. Here's Patsy Garrity, 1 man down. Sale delivers. First pitch swinging. Garrity lines this one into right. That's going to be extra bases. Garrity puts it on 1 hopper off the wall in right center. And Patsy Garrity pulls in at second with a one-out double here in the top of the second. Oh, look, his first major league hit.
Number 8.
Get used to that graphic, folks, for these first few days. So now Sale has to deal with a man in scoring position. Good piece of hitting there by Garrity. Sale got a little bit too much of the plate with that slider, though. The pitch has so much movement on it. Got to think sometimes even Sale doesn't know where it's going. The Red Sox have opened up a 10-0 lead on the Rays. Reggie Smith, 5 RBIs on the day. Taking Shane McClanahan and the Rays to the woodshed. Pedro Martinez has put up a scoreless performance for the Red Sox. The Yankees and the Rangers are at 5-5 in the second. So clearly neither Ron Guidry nor Gaylord Perry had it in their opening start. D-backs over the Brewers 3-1. Cardinals defeated the Pirates 6-1. Behind Bob Gibson. See Brian Jordan with a pair of RBIs there. Mets defeated the Expos in a game seen earlier on the channel. Complete game for Tom Seaver. 5-hit shutout, struck out 10. Out-dueling Max Scherzer. Braves and Marlins 3-1 in the second. That one hit well out to left. Going back, Lee looks up, and it's out. No, it's off the wall. One hopper just shy of the wall. Gonna be a triple, run scores, and the Twins take the lead. Gary Gaetti, not fleet of foot, but of course neither is Carlos Lee, who is trying to track that ball down out and left. So Gaetti, with a fortuitous bounce there off the wall, makes it into third with the RBI triple, run scores, and the Twins have taken a 1-0 lead. This ball had a ton of hang time. But Carlos Lee not going to win any Gold Gloves anytime soon. So here's Tom Bernansky stepping in to face Sale as the Twins look to get an insurance run. Bernansky, big strong slugger. Manning right field for the Twins. 0-1 pitch from Sale. Bernansky hits this one well. Deep, out to center field. Going back, tracked down. Nice play. Appy Felsch. Gaetti does tag up. He scores easily. And the Twins have taken a 2-0 lead. That was a long way to go to get to that ball. But no way to get Gaetti coming home to score for the 2-0 lead. So 2 men down now in the top of the second. Sale misses with the slider away as he faces Bucky Harris. Slider misses away, 2-0. Won the count. Fastball at the knees, 2-2. That one lined the other way. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Another first major league hit. Lots of souvenirs being collected here in the opening slate of games. What a guy. Gary Gaetti just gets off the base paths and comes out to fetch the ball. That's a gentleman right there. I gotta say, I think they did a good job with Comiskey overall, whoever created this stadium, but the behind home plate thing is kind of weird. I have to look that up because I really don't remember it very well, but just that green kind of wall Kind of feels like there should be people there. So I gotta take a look at that and see if there's anything that can be done about that. Or maybe it is accurate and I'm just misremembering. So here's Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch lined out his first time up. Oh, one pitch from Sale. Taking out the knees for a strike. So Sale ahead of Knobloch 0-2. This one's popped up right at the plate. Essien puts it away, and the side is retired. So man left on, we are through 1.5. Twins get 2. They have a 2-0 lead on the White Sox. So here we head to the bottom of the second. White Sox stepping up. Here's Carl Reynolds. Santana labored through a first. Gonna look for a much quicker inning here. First pitch in at the knees for a called strike. Got out of the bases loaded jam in the first inning. Stays down low, sinker swung right over the top of by Reynolds. There are your fake umpires. Well, not for nothing, but could the umpires get licensing and you can throw the umpires some coin, you know? I mean, I guess if you're MLB The Show, if you're Sony, why would you want to pay the umpires if you don't have to? But do we really need a digital version of Angel Hernandez? Yeah. So Santana misses there, 1-2 the count. Offering to Reynolds, fouls another one back. Count stays at 1-2. White Sox making Santana work early. Fastball misses down low. 2-2 now the count. Swung on and missed strike 3. So Santana just keeps burying it down in the zone. Reynolds canned it out to it. Santana picks up his second strikeout for the first out of the inning. Way out in front of that. So here's Joe Creedy. You see the out-of-town scoreboard. The Orioles with a 2-0 lead in the 5th. Ken Williams, a pair of hits and an RBI in that one. The Red Sox blowing out the Rays. Reggie Smith, 3 hits, a homer, 5 RBIs for the Sox in that one. Royals and Indians scoreless in the second. Greinke and Sam McDowell, the pitching matchup there. Yankees and Rangers still tied at 5 in the second. Again, see there, Charlie Keller, 3-run homer. Bump Wills with a bases-clearing knock there for 3 RBIs for the Rangers. So Guidry and Gaylord Perry both struggling early on. The Arizona there 3-1 over the Brewers. Cardinals 6-1 over the Pirates. Gibson gets the victory there. Brian Jordan 3-for-4 with a pair of RBIs for the Cardinals. Mets with a 2-0 victory over the Expos. Santana picks up another strikeout. So Creedy goes down in ugly fashion there for the second out. Braves up 3-1 on the Marlins. Reds hold a 1-0 lead over the Cubs in the second. Fergie Jenkins and Mario Soto, the pitching matchup there. Heine Groh with an RBI for the Reds. Dodgers hold a 2-0 lead over the Rockies in the second. Bill Russell has an RBI for the Dodgers in that game. Clayton Kershaw matches up against Pedro Estacio. Giants up on the Padres 1-0 in the second. Keefe and Bennis, the pitching matchup there. Base hit there. It's going to be a double. Heil gets over and cuts it off, but not in time to stop anything as Jim Essien ends up with the double. Essien in there really more for his defense than anything else. But Essien picks up the 2-out double. Give the White Sox a runner in scoring position. So Santana visibly frustrated. Messian goes down and gets that one. Got to get that shin guard off of Messian. With all these little notes of these little equipment things that I see. I caught so many things during my checks, but obviously some stuff was going to slip through. We will continue to adapt to that. There you see batting gloves on Eddie Collins, for example. That one I actually thought I had fixed, but get that taken care of as well before the next time you all see the White Sox. Santana. Change up down low. Collins protects, fouls it off. 1-2 the count. Collins races it the other way. That's in there for a base hit. Collins in at second with the RBI double. Messian scores. The White Sox are on the board. So they cut the deficit to 2-1. Terrific piece of hitting, as per usual, from Eddie Collins. Just took what Santana gave him, served it down the line there and left. That pitch was off the plate. Close to the corner, but off the plate, and Collins just goes to get it. Win expectancy in the bottom of the second. I do not think that this is going to stay a 2-1 game. That's just my hunch. Fly ball to right, coming on for Nansky. Able to get there, puts it away, and that retires the side. But Eddie Collins, Jim Messian, back-to-back doubles get the White Sox on the board. We head to the third. Twins up 2-1. Here's Buddy Meyer. Meyer singled in the first.
The designated hitter, Buddy Meyer.
Sale 32 pitches through the first 2 innings. Starts off there, fastball for a called strike. Slider. Meyer swings awkwardly at that for the miss. Sale gets ahead of him quickly, 0-2. That one, jam job, popped up. Sale takes it himself. Looked like Creedy was going to get it, and Sale told him no, took it himself for the out. First out of the inning here in the top of the third. Here's Kent Hrbek. Hrbek struck out his first time up. Going on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Ground ball down to third. Creedy with the backhand. Throw over to first for the second out. 2 men down. Hrbek to his credit, busting it down the line. He is not a small fellow. Two down. Here's Larry Isle. Flew out his first time up. Offering from Sale. Misses off the outside corner, ball 1. The Yankees have taken a 7-5 lead on Texas in Arlington. Not much pitching going on in that one. Randy Johnson, 8 innings of 2-hit ball for the D-backs, who hold the 3-1 lead over the Brewers. Pop up there, Benora puts it away, and the side is retired. We head to the bottom of the third. White Sox coming up, trailing 2-1. Shoeless Joe Jackson, Zeke Benora, Happy Felch coming up for Chicago.
The right fielder, Shoeless Joe Jackson.
1-0 the count. Jackson swings and misses 1-1. Jackson's singled his first time up. Fouls away the slider. Bring the count to 1-2. Santana delivers. Misses low and away with the fastball. 2-2 the count. Santana wants a new pearl. He'll dispose of that one. Checks the new one out as well. Decides it's good enough. Now he hopes his pitch will be good enough as he works to shoeless Joe Jackson. 2-2 the count. Santana delivers. Misses with the slider, low and away. Full count. Zeke Benora swings a bat in the on-deck circle. Santana delivers the payoff pitch. Jackson fouls off the changeup. Gets on top of it. Nubs it out to the side. Count stays at 3-2. Delivery from Santana. Jackson yanks the fastball foul. Well out of play. It's a good battle going on here between Santana and Jackson. Pitch there, takes something off of it, and Jackson out in front of it, swings and misses. Fourth strikeout for Santana as Jackson goes down.
Number 22.
Great pitch there from Santana. So here's Benora, 1 out in the third. Fastball. Called strike. This game not exactly moving at the brisk pace that the Mets-Expos game did earlier on. Santana delivers, foul off. So he quickly gets ahead of Benora, 0-2 here. Checks his swing, but it's a strike anyway. Benora goes down on 3 pitches. That's 5 strikeouts here in the third inning for Santana. In comes Happy Felsch. Felsch walked his first time up. Felsch first pitch swinging out in the center. It's going to hang up there though. Pile underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So good job there by Santana. We are a third of the way through. Minnesota leads Chicago 2-1. Mack, Garrity, and Gaetti coming up for the Twins. Here's Shane Mack, popped out his first time up.
The left fielder. Shane Mack.
Sale delivers. Slider misses inside, 1-0. Sale with the offering. Mack pulls it down the third base line but foul. 1-1, now the count. Here's the offering. Fastball in there for a called strike, 1-2. Sale keeping it down on Mack here. This would be a good spot to come up and in. Cassian setting up away though. Sale misses that mark down in the dirt. Mack doesn't offer, count is 2-2. Here's the delivery. Mack fouls it off. Change up there from Sale. Mack hung with it, though he was certainly fooled by it. 2-2 delivery. Misses up high, fastball. Up over the top of the zone, full count. Payoff pitch from Sale. Slider misses low and away for ball 4. So Mack is on, and that'll bring up Patsy Garrity. Garrity doubled his first time up, later scored. First pitch strike there. Sale gets ahead of him. Diamondbacks Brewers game is a final. Arizona with the 3-1 victory. Randy Johnson gets the win. Corbin Burns takes the loss. Kyung-Hyun Kim with the save. Johnson goes 8 innings, 2 hits, strikes out 5, allows a single run. Cardinals, as we mentioned, over the Pirates. Gibson defeats Babe Adams. Brian Jordan 3 for 4 with a pair of RBIs. Mets over the Expos. Seaver a complete game 5 hitter in that one. Struck out 10. Scherzer was solid but gave up a pair of solo home runs to Todd Hundley and Bernard Gilkey. Braves over the Marlins in the 4th. Ronald Acuna has an RBI in that game for the Braves. Cubs have opened up a 6-1 lead over the Reds. Bill Lang has a homer, 3 RBIs in that one. Heine Groh has the lone RBI for the Reds. Fergie Jenkins, Mario Soto, the pitching matchup there. Dodgers up 4-0 on the Rockies. Estacio and Kershaw. Kershaw has blanked Colorado to this point. The Giants have opened up a 5-0 lead on the Padres. Freddie Lindstrom 2 for 2 with an RBI there. Tim Keefe and Andy Bennis, the pitching matchup in that one. Here it's a 2-2 count to Patsy Garrity. Chris Sale working to a man on first. Ground ball down to first, picked nicely. Benora to Ramirez, back to Benora, 3-6-3 double play, nicely turned by the White Sox. Ball was hit hard, but right at Benora, who did a great job picking it. Ramirez had plenty of time on that return throw. So it was a nice 3-6-3 double play, always a pretty looking play. 2 men down. Sale works to Gaetti here. Gaetti had the RBI double earlier. Actually, that went as triple. They didn't say he advanced on the throw. It was a big hop off the wall that eluded Carlos Lee out there. Change up on the inside corner. 1-1 count. There's the pitch, Gaetti, down the right field line, slicing foul. Well out of the range of Shoeless Joe Jackson. So 1-2 the count. Sale delivers. Fastball blows him away. Side is retired. Sale picks up the strikeout. We are through 3.5. Heading to the bottom of the 4th. Twins lead the White Sox 2-1 here from Comiskey Park. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Here's Carlos Lee. Lee 0 for 1. Popped up with the bases loaded in the first inning. Santana got out of the jam. First offering here from Johan. On the inside corner, fastball, strike 1. Santana delivers again. Lee goes down, fouls off the changeup. Quickly behind, 0-2. Santana misses with the fastball, still staying down low on Lee. Do not want to let the big powerhouse get a ball up in the air. Comes inside with the slider, 2-2 the count. One foul back. Count stays 2-2. Sinker misses down low. So after being up 0-2, Santana's now at the full count. Lee laces this one out in the right center field. That's going towards the gap. That's way back to one hopper off the wall. Bransky will retrieve it. Lee will chug into second with a stand-up double to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th for the White Sox. Yet another souvenir or a celebration of the first hit. Again, nobody in the league has stats. Everybody has been newly created. Everybody's been rated by me using my formulas. Again, I've been doing roster stuff for 20 plus years across all different baseball games. So I have my ways of doing things, and they work. But it was important in doing this as a franchise setup that nobody have historical stats. So that's why none and the fact that you can adjust ages. But that's why none of the quote-unquote real models are in the game. So, again, I created probably between a quarter and a third of these faces, and the rest were taken from the community, which guys who do far better work with the faces than I do. I'm getting better at it, but I'm by no means good at it. I'm adequate at this point. I've gone from bad to adequate. So for now, that is sufficient. The 2 pitch there, raced into right. That's a base hit. Bernansky comes up throwing. Lee is not going to test Bernansky, who has a strong arm out there and right. A base hit for Carl Reynolds. And his souvenir taken care of. That'll be done in the first few broadcasts, of course. Once everybody has amassed their first career hit. I had originally said a while back that I was going to broadcast each team's first game to get people introductions to every team. I decided against that. That's just overkill. So I'll do 3 or 4 of these opening day broadcasts, like going down the line, 1 o'clock game, 4 o'clock game, 7 o'clock game, 10 o'clock game, and then from there we'll just go to a game of the week. As I mentioned before, best game of each Saturday in the schedule will probably just be the game of the week, and we'll do a couple of those each real life week. And so it'll kind of be, go through a month every 2 weeks in real life, and that should get us through the season in a few months. And may be a little bit more accelerated than that as time allows. I think people like the idea that I'm doing this as a franchise career mode thing. It's going to have some longevity to it, but at the same time, I don't want it to go taking forever to get through a single season. I think part of the appeal is that is seeing how the league develops and progresses, and as the guys who didn't make the original 40-man rosters make it into the league and stuff like that. So I think people want to see that too. So I'm going to try to strike a balance between not rushing through the league and not having it be a slog either. O'Creedy in here facing Santana. Nobody out, first and third. White Sox threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch, change up on the outside corner for a strike, 3-2. Santana looks in, gets the sign from Garrity. Here's the delivery. Creedy fouls it off. Count remains full. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off by Creedy. Santana once again sets up. And Creedy lifts this one down the left field line. It's going to go out of play. So good at bat here from Creedy. Working Santana, who's up over 70 pitches already here in the 4th. Fly ball down the right field line. Bernansky does not have great range. He's not going to be able to get over there. Run scores. Another runner moves to third. Runners at the corner stay. Now a run is in. The White Sox have tied this game on the bloop single by Joe Creedy. We are knotted up at 2. Good at bat there from Creedy. Santana stomping around the mound, frustrated. Got that one in on Creedy, who just fought it off down the right field line. Bernansky, not great range, but that's a tough play anyway, even for a better right fielder than Bernansky is. Dunker the opposite way down the line. So here's Jim Essien. Essien doubled his first time up and then scored on the back-to-back double with Eddie Collins. Pitch here from Santana. Misses down low. Two and 0 the count. Santana trying to minimize the damage. Still has nobody out. Runner's still on the corners here. 2-1. As he works to Essien. Here's the pitch. And he got him. Change up there. See, that's a second strike. But he did get him. There's Essien. Tried to hold up his swing. Wasn't able to. So now the count is 2-2. Ground ball. Foul. Off to the right side. Two count. Santana delivers. This is down low. See Eddie Collins waiting on deck. Dangerous hitter, and Santana knows it. Delivery to Essien. And that one, another great changeup. That one locks Essien up. Just watches it freeze him at the knees. Big strikeout there from Santana. Terrific pitch. Santana desperately needed that one. So now there's one out. Doubling Eddie Collins up would be very difficult, of course. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Races this one into right. That's a base hit. RBI single for Collins. Bernansky unloads the throw to third. Runner will hold at second, but the White Sox get another RBI from Eddie Collins on another hit, and the White Sox have taken a 3-2 lead here at Comiskey Park in the fourth. Such a professional hitter, Eddie Collins. So first and second, one out. Here's Alexei Ramirez. Ramirez 0 for 2. Fastball misses away. Santana really could use a double play ball here. Ramirez, fly ball, right center. Bernansky going back, tracks it, makes the play. Runner will tag up. Bernansky will just hit the cutoff man, not walk. As the runner moves over to third. 2 men down. So now here's Shoeless Joe Jackson, 1 for 2. What if you have to say Shoeless every time you say his name? You can just say Joe Jackson. But yet, you fall into saying Shoeless Joe Jackson every time he's up. That one misses inside, 1-0 the count. Pick-off throw over to first. Collins gets back. Another throw over, so Santana certainly concerned about Collins, who may very well try to steal here to get into scoring position. Pitch from Santana. Fly ball down the right side, heading towards foul territory. See, a lot of the created stadiums kind of have the same kind of foul territory in this game. One of the drawbacks, the stadium creator is great, and guys do an amazing job with it. But that's one of those oversight things that shouldn't have happened. Line to right field, but right at Bernansky. So Jackson hits it on the screws, but Bernansky puts it away. The White Sox, however, do take the lead. We are through 4 in Chicago. White Sox 3, Twins 2. To the top of the fifth we go. Here's Tom Bernansky.
Leading off for the Twins.
Leading things off against Sam. White Sox have a 3-2 lead. Sacrifice fly earlier on for him, though. Sales first offering. Change up in here for a called strike. Sale delivers again. Misses with the slider, low and inside. Off from there, Bernansky goes after the high fastball, fouls it down the line. Well out of play. Count now 1-2. Sets up inside. Bernansky turns on it. Deep drive to left. Seeing if it stays fair, it is off the wall. Reed retrieves it. Bernansky around first. He will get into second with a stand-up double to lead things off here in the top of the fifth. The Twins look to answer.
Shortstop, Bucky.
Leadoff man in scoring position. So Brunansky turns that one around down the left field line. Did not miss a home run by much. And now Sale's going to have to deal with a runner in scoring position to start things off here in the fifth. Great move on that ball by Brunansky. Here comes Harris, 1-for-1. Fastball in there for a called strike. Quite a Nash fest going on down in Texas. Yankees leading the Rangers 8-6 there. Sale there with the fastball, misses inside. 1-1 the count. Sale delivers. That one, foul ball down the right-hand side, heading into the stands, and well out of play. So the count now 1-2. Sale working to Harris. Popped up. That'll be playable. Phil Bernora gets under it, puts it away for the first out.
Up next for the Twins, the second baseman, Chuck Knobloch.
So that's one down. That'll bring up Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch 0-for-2. He has popped out and lined out his first two at-bats. You see the out-of-town scoreboard. Giants with a 5-0 lead now on the Padres. Knobloch fouls that one off. Sale gets ahead for 0-1. Delivery. Knobloch into center field. This is fairly well out to center, but it'll hang out. Put away. Phelps gets it in. Runner will not tag. So 2 men down. Twins still have the runner on second. Here's Buddy Meyer. Meyer 1-for-2, singling back in the first. Pitch misses. 1-0 the count. Apologize there, I got a little bit distracted by working now. Slider fouled off. So Sale evens it up 1-1. Here's the offering. Just misses inside. 2-1 the count. Again. Keeps the ball down. Meyer fouls it off. So count now 2-2. Sale looks in. That's in. Center pretty much down the middle. That pitch down almost in the dirt. Meyer grounds it down to first. Bernora takes it himself. And the sides are tied. So the Twins get the double from Brunansky to lead things off, but are unable to get him around to score. We head to the bottom of the fifth. We are midway through. White Sox lead it 3-2.
Leading off for the White Sox, the first baseman, number 22.
So Zeke Bernora will lead off here for the White Sox. Start things off. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Santana has been worked hard to this point. 86 pitches here in the fifth inning. Bernora checks swing. So he went around. So Santana gets out ahead of Bernora. 0-2 to start things off here. 0-2 pitch. Defending, fights it off. Keeps the count at 0-2. Santana looking to put him away here. And down in the dirt, the runner doesn't offside it. 1-2 count. Zeke Menora, a very, very solid player. Goes down and gets this one. Out into right. Mansky. There to put it away, one man down.
Now batting, number 60.
So now we're bringing up Happy Felsch. Felsch walked in the first. Santana. Looking for a cold strike. See, Felsch with a high number. I gave all the guys who played as he was making foolish there on that slide. They're completely tied up. Guys who played in the era when they didn't have uniform numbers, I gave them all high numbers, just so that they didn't end up taking a uniform number from somebody else who would wear a wrong number. If I give a guy who didn't wear a number 15, and the team actually has a 15, that guy may end up losing his number to someone who never really wore one. So that's why the old-time guys have higher numbers throughout the set. So 2 men down. Santana having a good bounce back inning so far. As he faces Carlos Lee. Swing and a miss for Lee there. So Santana ahead of Lee now 0-2. 95 pitches for Santana. Fastball to Lee, misses up high. So Johan knows his pitch count has been worked up. You gotta think he still wants to get through at least one more inning after this. And he rings Lee up there. So terrific inning of work for Santana, who looks strong, gets Lee to go down looking. We head to the top of the 6th. White Sox holding the 3-2 lead. Here's Kent Hrbek. Hrbek 0 for 2 so far.
Number 14.
Struck out and grounded out in his first 2 at-bats. Sale, high fastball. Hrbek swinging in this. 4 strike 1. Essien sets up away. Sale puts it in the dirt. Hrbek doesn't offer at it. 4-ball. 1-1 the count. Offering from Sale. Fastball away. Hrbek flails at it. He's behind 1-2. Offering from Sale. Hrbek fouls it back. High inside fastball. Hrbek. Good job being able to fight that one off. Slider misses away. So 2-2 the count. Sale at 77 pitches so far. Hrbek fights off another one. Lefty-lefty matchup. Sale tough on anyone, particularly lefties. Hrbek trying to hang in. Fights off another one, fouls it straight back. Sale with the offer. Ground ball to second, fielded by Collins, flips to first, gets Hrbek for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 1.
Good job there by Eddie Collins, knowing he had time with this slow-footed Hrbek running the first. Here's Larry Heil 0 for 2. Sale crosses the 80-pitch threshold. Here's the offer. Now down the third baseline, picked cleanly by Creedy. Nice play. Throw on to first for the out, 2 men down. Joe Creedy, very solid third baseman. Made that play look easy. So here's Shane Mack. Mack 0 for 1 with a walk. Sale looks in and fires. Mack takes the first pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 count. Sale offers again. Mack down the left field line. Scalds this one. But foul. So 1-1 the count. Sale offers again. And Mack puts another one down the line, and this one's going to be a fair ball. Heading down into the corner, Mack turns it around. He will be in at second with a stand-up double. 2 outs here. In the top of the 6th, Twins have a runner in scoring position.
Number 27.
This Twin squad is a bit better than I originally anticipated when they had their draw. They have a good bit of pitching, and they have some unheralded bats in that lineup. Not that they're world beaters by any means, but there's good professional hitters up and down this lineup. Shane Mack was a very solid player. He was right around 300 for a few years in his career for the Twins. So a solid, steady contributor. Again, Twins will need things to break right, but they could be in the hunt for a playoff position. In theory. So here's Patsy Garrity. Garrity with a double and a run scored already on the day. 1-0 count, 2 men down, runner at second. One fastball misses inside. Sale falls behind 2-0. Looking in. The offering, fouled off. The first strike to Garrity, 2-1 the count. 2 down here in the top of the 6th, 3-2 White Sox, opening day of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. This one hit to second, but right at Collins. So Garrity puts one on the screws there. Continues to swing a good bat to him, but Collins puts it away. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. The White Sox holding on to a 3-2 lead. So the top of the 6th, Carl Reynolds will lead things
for the
off.
White Sox.
Reynolds
The
with a single and a
designated
run
hitter,
scored.
Carl.
So far, Johan Santana, 97 pitches to start the 6th here. Reynolds' first pitch swing, fair ball down the first base line, going down into the corner out and right. Bernice gets over, Reynolds being at second with a stand-up double with an 18 ball for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 6th. Good piece of hitting here by Reynolds right down the first base line. Nothing Herbeck can do there. That is going to be it for Santana. So that gave him the opportunity to start the 6th. But after letting off the leadoff double, Santana's work is done here.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the
Here
Twins.
comes Dave Goltz.
Number 37. Dave.
6'4" right-hander in relief. Obviously his first appearance as its opening day. He will face Joe Creedy. Creedy with a hit on the day. Single and an RBI, 1 for 2. Goltz ahead of him here, 0-1. See the out-of-town scoreboard. Orioles, Blue Jays were down in that game. Came back. And we're down 4-0.
Now back. Number 18.
So Creedy is retired. Runner moves over. And on third with 1 out, here's Jim Esser. That's in with a double and a run score. The Casey Rangers continue to slug it out in Arlington, tied at 8 now in the 6th. Tommy Henry, 2 home runs for the Yankees. This is Scott Baker and Jim Cott throwing out in the bullpen. Cott figures to get into this rotation. There's the pitch. Line shot to short, caught. Low liner caught. Go back to third. Runner gets back in time, though.
Now batting, the second baseman, Eddie.
Good effort there. Tried to turn two at third, but the runner does get back in safely. So now 2 outs, runner on third. Here is Eddie Collins. Collins hits pair of RBIs on the day. Fastball, take it out to letters for a strike. Here from Golds, Collins pulls one foul down right field line. Ahead of Collins, 0-2 here. Here's the pitch. Collins fouls one down the third baseline. Now we'll see if he splits the difference and singles into center. Golds offers. Ground ball, down to third, Gaetti. Throw to first, gets Collins in the side as retired. So after the leadoff double that chases Santana, Golds comes in and gets the next 3 without allowing the run to score. We are through 6 here in Chicago. White Sox hold a 3-2 lead. So here's Gaetti. Gaetti 1 for 2. RBI. A triple earlier on a ball that eluded Carlos Lee at the wall. You're not going to see Gary Gaetti triple off it. That I promise you. Gordon Maltzberger and Point Wilhelm throwing in the pen for the White Sox. Change up there is fouled off. Sale ahead of Gaetti 0-2. Sale now at 90 pitches. We'll try to at least get him through the 7th. Inside fastball, Gaetti. Tied up, goes down. Only the 3rd strikeout for Sale.
Number 33.
Nothing doing there for Gaetti. Here's Tom Bernansky. Bernansky with an RBI double. First pitch misses, 1-0 to count. Check that. Having count scoring one pair of RBIs for Manny Machado as the Orioles defeat the Blue Jays 5-4. Red Sox take the Rays to the woodshed in 10-0 victory. Pedro Martinez complete game 5-hit shutout, striking out 12. Indians over the Royals in the 7th, 3-0. Now, Lajoie with a 2-run homer in that game. Bernansky deep to left. If it's fair, it's out of here. And we have a tie-ball game here in Chicago. Tom Bernansky turns that one around deep to left field of Chris Sale. Bernansky certainly a power threat. He demonstrates it there. Gives that ball a ride here at Comiskey. The Twins have tied it up at 3 here in the top of the 7th. Hanging a slider from Sale, and Bernansky doesn't miss it. Not at all into the second deck down the line. Bernansky getting the business in the dugout from the Twins. So Bruno ties this one up. And that's going to be the end to Chris Sale's day. So Sale goes 6+, allows 3 runs. Struck out 3.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He will give way here. Grab Russell. So Russell, not one of the guys who was warming up when we checked in there earlier.
Russell.
But they elect to go with Russell here, the lefty. He will come in. He will face Bucky Harris. Harris 1 for 2. Her ball misses inside, 1-0 the count. Harris squares to bunt. Charging, Creedy. Play first, not in time. So Bucky Harris with a good bunt. Creedy did know he could there. Good job charging that, but Harris gets down the line quickly. And Creedy plays it cleanly. Close play there at first. Barely beats it. They check, there's not going to be a review. So here's Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch hit this on the day. Off attempt over at first, Harris gets back. 1-0 the count. Curveball in there for a strike, count now 1-1. See the base coaches, they have the real base coaches actually. I didn't replace any of those guys. I just replaced the managers to get all the real life managers out of there. Replace them with fictional guys. You cannot edit the managers. I figure fictional guys, this one put down the right field line. That's a fair ball. That's going to be extra bases. Runner had to hold up, just in case there was going to be a play. So they will hold up at third. Knobloch with a double down the right field line. Second and third, 1 out for the Twins. They're going to look to reclaim the lead here in the top of the 7th. So Russell comes in for relief. And so far, not providing that. Hard to fault him for the bunt, but still. So Knobloch drops that slicing ball down the right field line. Here's Buddy Meyer. Meyer 1 for 3 on the day. Takes the off-speed pitch down low, 1-0. Gets the sign from Etienne. Here's the delivery. Now this is up high with the fastball. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swung on, missed. Tied him up inside, 2-1. Fastball, just high. 3-1 the count. So Russell in danger of losing the bases here. Herbeck on deck. Meyer pops one up. Creedy goes back on it, makes the play. Good job by Creedy, as I believe that one fallen into fair territory. So a nice job by Creedy on the little loop over his head. 2 men down, second and third. Here's Kent Herbeck. Herbeck 0 for 3. Grounded out his last time up. Russell looks in. Breaking the ball down in the dirt. That's a change up. This is outside. So Russell behind Herbeck 2-0 here. Big at bat here in this one as we're tied at 3 here in the top of the 7th. Herbeck loops this one out in the left. Lee isn't going to get there. 2 runs are going to score. Blue base hit for Kent Herbeck. 2 runs come in, and the Twins take a 5-3 lead on the 2-run single from Kent Herbeck here in the top of the 7th. Good piece of hitting there by Herbeck as the Twins take the lead to silence the crowd here at Comiskey. Ball was up in the zone. Herbeck gets it kind of off the label a bit.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox.
That will be it for Reb Russell.
Yeah.
So here comes Jim Scott. Burley right-hander in relief. He will deal with Larry Heil. Heil 0 for 3. misses down low. Heil grounded out his last time up. Back in the 6th. Fastball. Swung on and missed. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. That one misses up high. Scott delivers. Another high fastball. Heil goes after that one. Fouls it straight back. Count now even up at 2-2. Scott trying to get the White Sox out of this inning. They led 3-2 coming in, but they've allowed 3 runs here. Heil drives this one into the gap in right center. This inning isn't over yet. That one splits into the gap. Jackson going back. Herbeck off on contact. He's going to come around, and Herbeck is going to score. It's an RBI double for Larry Heil, and the Twins have now taken a 6-3 lead here in the top of the 7th, 4-run inning for Minnesota. Started off with the Brunansky home run that chased Chris Sale. Herbeck then the 2-run single off Reb Russell, and now the RBI double from Larry Heil off Jim Scott. So the worm is turned here in Chicago. Heil drives that one into the gap. So that'll bring up Shane Mack as the Twins look to add to their lead. Mack with a hit on the day. Double back in the 6th inning. Scott misses down low there on the first pitch. 1-0 the count. That one out into left. Coming on, Carlos Lee. He will get there. So Lee puts it away. Mack is retired, but the Twins put up a 4-run top of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time here at Comiskey Park. The Twins lead the White Sox 6-3. So Alexei Ramirez starts off here in the bottom of the 7th.
The shortstop, Alexei.
Dave Gold stays in, did a fine job coming in for Johan Santana in the 6th. First pitch sinker in there for a strike. Ramirez to the right side. A fairly soft liner. Herbeck makes the play, 1 man down. So here's Joe Jackson. Jackson 1 for 3. Singles in the 1st. See there in the preseason predictions, the White Sox are expected to be a playoff team. The Twins could contend, though. The Twins can pitch. They have a fairly decent balanced lineup. If things go right, the Twins can certainly find themselves in the hunt for a wild card spot. Indians considered to be the class of the Central. Jackson fouls that one off. He's behind in the count, 0-2 though. There you see the out-of-town scoreboard. Orioles over the Blue Jays 5-4. Jackson, fly ball to right field. Going back, Brunansky. He'll have a play on it. Puts it away for out number 2.
Now back, number 22.
See, as we mentioned earlier, Pedro Martinez, a complete game 5-hit shutout as the Red Sox thump the Rays 10-0. Still in the 7th, Indians lead the Royals 3-0. Napoleon Lajoie with a 2-run homer in that game. Yankees and Rangers have stopped scoring for the time being. That game is tied at 8-8 in the 7th. Earlier on, Diamondbacks beat the Brewers 3-1. Randy Johnson gets the win there. Corbin Burns with the loss. Johnson 8 innings, 2-hit, 1-run ball, striking out 5. Bob Gibson and the Cardinals defeated the Pirates 6-1. Babe Adams takes the loss there for the Pirates. Brian Jordan 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs in that game. Jim Edmonds and Rogers Hornsby both hit solo homers. Mets defeat the Expos at Shea Stadium. Tom Seaver, a complete game 5-hit shutout, striking out 10. Max Scherzer takes the loss. Scherzer was good, gave up a pair of solo home runs. In the 7th, the Braves lead the Marlins 4-3, Wally Berger a pair of RBIs in that game. At Wrigley, the Cubs, behind Fergie Jenkins, hold a 6-2 lead over the Reds. Fly ball out there to center. Heil puts it away. We're done with the 7th inning. We move on to the 8th. Garrity, Gaetti, and Brunansky coming up for the Twins, who lead this one 6-3. Nancy Garrity 1 for 3 with a double. He scored a run. Continuing the out-of-town scoreboard, Dodgers over the Rockies 7-0. Zach Wheat, homer, 4 RBIs in that game. There's a couple of hits, though. I'm not sure that was a grand slam. Giants over the Padres 5-0. Tim Keefe against Andy Bennis was the pitching matchup there. Scott behind Patsy Garrity 2-0 here to start the 8th. Now 3-0 as he misses up high with a fastball. As Gary Gaetti looms on deck. I don't remember Gaetti with the mustache while he played, but I do know seeing pictures that he did have it. I believe that was just earlier in his career, and then he lost it later on in his career. 3-1 here. Scott works to Garrity. That's a shot out into right. Jackson going back on it, gets a good read, puts it away for the first out.
Now batting, number 8.
So here's Gaetti. Gaetti with a triple, an RBI, and a run scored. Triple the result of misadventures by Carlos Lee, playing the ball off the wall out and left earlier on. Vlad Guerrero Jr., 3 RBIs for the Blue Jays in the 5-4 loss. Manny Machado, 3 hits and a pair of RBIs for the Orioles in that 5-4 victory. 1-1 the count here to Gaetti. Fastball on the corner, so Scott now ahead of Gaetti 1-2. Fastball misses up high, 2-2 the count. Scott takes a short stroll around the mound, gathering his thoughts as his approach to Gaetti here. Gaetti jam shot, out to second, Eddie Collins. With the play there, threw over to Benora at first for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 33.
So 2 men down, here's Brunansky. Brunansky a fine day so far. 2 for 2, a homer, a double, a couple RBIs. Fastball in there for strike 1. Going inside, Brunansky turns on it, but pulls it foul. So Scott ahead of Brunansky 0-2 here. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Brunansky chases it up high. It's popped up behind the plate. Essien sheds the mask, puts it away, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 inning, good relief work from Jim Scott there. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Twins lead the White Sox 6-3.
Your attention, please.
So Felsch, Lee, and Reynolds
For Minnesota,
will be up here for the White Sox. They will face Glenn Perkins.
Perkins.
Comes in relief of Dave Goltz, who did a fine job in relief of Johan Santana. Happy Felsch will take the first crack at Perkins. Felsch 0 for 2, also has a walk on the day. First pitch from Perkins catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Perkins delivery, fastball misses down low. Up. Oh, nope, sorry. Totally misread that. Number in foul territory there. 1-2 the count. That one shot down the first, one hopper. Herbeck picks it cleanly, takes it to the bag for the first out, unassisted. So here's Carlos Lee. Lee 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. He can hit. He is a bit of an adventure out there in left, though. White Sox certainly have some outfield options. If they decide to move guys out of position a little bit, you can play Fielder Jones out there in left if you so desire. Also have Lance Johnson out there who can patrol center. So you could move Felshon to left as well if you want, which would seem to be a more prudent maneuver than playing Carlos Lee there. That said, when I did the ratings for the players in this set, I didn't give guys the secondary position unless they played 20% of their games there, because I didn't want the game completely kind of bastardizing lineups. You know, I didn't want to just give a guy credit for any games played at a position and then have, a game take a guy who was really an outfielder and play him at first base and stuff like that. I thought it would kind of disrupt the integrity of the set a bit. So guys are only rated for the positions, that they played significantly. So that one out to left for the second out. Shane Mack puts it away.
Now that the designated hitter.
So the Twins getting good bullpen work so far. First from Goltz and now from Perkins. Here's Carl Reynolds. Reynolds 2 for 3, a single and a double with a run scored. First pitch slider in there for a strike at the knees. That one down the right field line, slicing away, and lands foul. Good thing for the Twins. Bernansky had no shot at getting to that one. So Perkins ahead of Reynolds 0-2 here. And he comes inside on him and hits him. So Reynolds will make his way down to first. And here's Joe Creedy. Creedy 1 for 3. Single and an RBI. Perkins hoping to close the door that he just opened a little bit for the White Sox. Fastball misses low and away. Ball 1. Fastball. A little bit of a high strike there. At least by today's standards. 1-1 the count. Throw over to first. Reynolds not going anywhere. So 1-1 here. Perkins working to Creedy. Creedy chases. That was a slider that didn't really break down in the dirt. Creedy chases it anyway. 1-2 the count. Creedy wishing he had that swing back. Pitch slider. This is inside. 2-2. Now the changeup misses down low. So Perkins getting himself into a bit of trouble here now. Jim Essien waits on deck. I would think the White Sox will pinch hit for Essien if he comes due up as the tying run. Shot fouled off to the right-hand side and out of play. So full count here. Perkins working to Creedy. Carl Reynolds on first. Creedy fouls another one back. Creedy had a long at bat against Santana earlier on in this game. Another throw over from Perkins. 3-2 pitch, runner will be off. Creedy, ground ball down to third. Gaetti has it cleanly. Throw over to Herbeck, and the side is retired. So Perkins gets out of it. We move on to the ninth. After the Creedy ground out, Harris, Knobloch, and Meyer coming up for the Twins, who lead the White Sox 6-3 as we head to the ninth. Shortstop Bucky Harris. Harris 2 for 3, pair of singles on the day. Fastball in there for a strike. Harris squares to bunt. And that's a beauty. That's a beauty. Harris drops a bunt down. Second time today. He has reached on the bunt hit. You can't place it much better than that. Essien hoped that ball was going to hit the lip and roll foul. No such luck. So Scott now works to Knobloch, who's 1 for 4 as the order rolls over. Screwball in there for a strike. Knobloch 1 for 4 with a double. He's scored a run during that 4-run 7th. Throw over. Harris gets back. Scott delivers. Catches the corner inside on the changeup, 0-2. Pitch down in the dirt. Knobloch swings at it, though. Knobloch goes down swinging. Good pitch there from Scott as Knobloch fans. Down in the dirt. Screwball. Big break on that one. That's a good job by Essien to block that one. Slap the tag on Knobloch. There you see. Great work there. Great block there by Essien. So here's Buddy Meyer. Meyer 1 for 4. Runner goes. Fly ball to center. He's going to have to retreat. Felch with the play for the second out. So a hit and run doesn't yield anything on the flag. That'll bring up Ken Herbeck. Herbeck, big hit in this one. 2-run single. Broke the 3-3 tie. Back in the 7th inning. Realizing as I look at this, I gotta check. Bucky Harris really shouldn't be playing short. Unless maybe I screwed I screwed that up position-wise. Maybe Buddy Meyer is at short and Bucky Harris is at second. Both of them were predominantly second basemen, but Knobloch is in the lineup as well. So I think I may have just not deleted somebody's secondary position. So I'll have to give that a check. I know Roy Smalley is on the Twins roster, so Smalley should probably be the guy there. Stolen base. Essien's throw in the dirt. Again, both Harris and Meyer did play shortstop in their career. Meyer more so. But neither of them played there predominantly enough that they should have that listed as a position for the purposes of this set. Herbeck pops it up in foul ground. Benora giving chase over near the stands. He'll have room. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So we head to the bottom of the ninth. Essien, Collins, and Alexei Ramirez due up presumably to face Rick Aguilera for the Twins. So we head to the bottom of the ninth. So in comes Aguilera. The Twins closer will try to lock up this opening day victory. So with nobody on, Essien. Gotta lose Essien's double run. Essien does have a hit on the day. He's going to be left in here to face Aguilera. Essien in more for defensive purposes. Takes the fastball in there for a called strike. Misses. Down low, check the swing. They say he went around. So Aguilera ahead of Essien 0-2 here. Popped up shallow right field, going back on in his Knobloch. He puts it away for the first out. Knobloch got a good read on that one. So one down, here's Eddie Collins. Collins 2 for 4, single and double pair of RBIs. Collins, one of the favorites to contend for a batting title. Grounds this one to the right side. Knobloch gets over there, has to play it quickly. Shovels it over to Herbeck to beat Collins for the second out. So the White Sox down to their final out here. Aguilera has retired the first two here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's Alexei Ramirez. Ramirez 0 for 4. First pitch swinging, Ramirez out into no man's land, out and left. That's a bloop base hit for Ramirez. Keeps the White Sox hope alive. His first hit of the game. And as, of course, is the case, as we've mentioned previously, the first hit of his career, because nobody has a history. See, out-of-town Indians holding that 3-0 lead. Well, that game looks like it's a final now, actually. Sam McDowell goes the distance for the Indians. The Yankees have taken the lead over the Rangers 11-8. That game's in the ninth. Now, when it started out, the game was 5-5 after 3. Down in Texas. Fly ball, left field. Harris goes back, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Dave Goltz will get the win for the Twins in relief of Johan Santana. The Twins pick up the opening day victory. Coming into Chicago for the 6-3 win over the White Sox. Your final line score: Twins 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. The White Sox 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Big 4-run 7th for the Twins. The difference in this one: we will have a couple more games from opening day here on the channel. Coming up next, the Astros host the Phillies from Houston. Pitching matchup there, J.R. Richard and Cliff Lee. So be sure to stay tuned to the channel for that one. And after that, the A's and the Angels will wrap up the opening day slate before we move to the game of the week setup. And see, Goltz the winner, Reb Russell takes the loss. No decisions for Santana and Chris Sale. Aguilera picks up the first save of the season for him. So that will wrap it up here from Chicago. Big victory for the Twins to open things up. I thank you as always for watching the Legend Sports Universe. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook, and I will be being better about getting the Instagram account going as well. Until next time, guys, be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.